I'm at my third listing today. This one's one of the more interesting ones because it fits the mold for a lot of different people. If you are interested in a property that is ready to move in the Black Hawk area of Pflugerville, we're talking golf course community, bunches of pools and schools and all sorts of things. And it's right down the street from a Costco. You're right off of Highway 130, which will take you everywhere at 80, 85 miles an hour legally. It's a pretty cool community if you haven't been to it. I'm Ian of Austin. I'm happy to tour you through this home. This is one of my investors is going through and basically making this ready today. So we have our finishing touches to put on it. I just wanted to give you a tour of the property so you can see if this could be the next home for you or one of your clients. So first off, obviously the door, and you know what? I'm gonna take a moment to put a couple before and after pictures up. So do me a favor. I'm doing this so that my editor knows to put some before and after pictures. And I'm actually gonna spin around, stand here, and now we'll throw some pictures up. So boom, boom, and boom. Okay, so as I'm walking through, notice the door was replaced and it looks really, really clean. I like that it lets in light. That's pretty much the theme of this home is I wanted to not turn any lights on. I didn't turn on any lights just so you can, actually one in the bathroom, just so you can see how bright the home is inside. And so another thing I love talking about the fact that the entryway has a coat closet, because even though we live in Texas, we still need coats some of the time. But if people come over and they have jackets, if they have purses, anything they want to hang, this is great. If you want to put your vacuum there, that's fine too. But there are so many places in Texas, they don't give you a coat closet. Don't know why. So it's nice that this has it, and it's a decent size one. Same with a space to be able to put like an archway to be able to put a photo, or maybe even like a thin fish tank, or I don't know, ant farm. I don't know what you would do, but you can put something in there. And then just as soon as you get inside, you have an office space, which is great because, you know, a lot of times, if you have a package being delivered, you're working from home, let's say, you have a package being delivered, you can run out and grab it, it's not a problem, but it's not a bedroom. A lot of times parents don't want their bedrooms at the front, especially with low windows like this. They don't want the bedrooms at the front because imagine if there was some unsavory types, that's direct access to your kid's room. So that's like safety 101 for some of these properties. Now we're looking up at the size of the ceiling. Notice there's a fan in the office. I love the French doors. It's a very clean place. If you needed to convert this though into a bedroom at some point, you're more than capable. You'd have to change the window configuration a little bit and probably add like a closet space, but you could do that. But it has so much space upstairs, which I'm gonna show you in a second. Before we do that, you gotta see that there's another archway to be able to put something. And then this is the downstairs guest bathroom, where if somebody's hanging out in your living room or in the office, they don't have to run upstairs to be able to use the restroom. So straight to the living room, you see it's a nice wide open space. I actually really like the color that they chose. It's almost like a mint green. And again, a fan, you have to have that. All the fixtures have been updated to modern. All the windows are nice and clean and new, and they have the little where you can pull out and clean them from the inside without having to go outside. You can see a little bit of the yard back there. I'll show you that in just a bit. I like the railing, nice, painted, clean. I mean, this is a good looking property. And so let's take a look at the dining room, kind of the same thing over here. As far as updated fixtures, we're cleaning the vents here. The floor alone is like worth mention, because if you look, it's this beautiful vinyl plank. And I think it's one of those colors that is almost timeless, right? Like it doesn't matter what year the home was built. If you saw this floor, for the next 3, 4, 5 decades, this is a cool floor. The cabinetry has been painted to match the fireplace, the mint color. You've got nice modern appliances and a duct out. This is also really important. I don't know if you've seen any of my content before. I go by Ian of Austin everywhere on the internet, and I talk about stuff like this. Whenever you're buying a home in Texas, whether it's new construction or resale, knowing little things like this changes everything. So like this house is, when you're cooking, you really want to have a vent out like this outside of the home, right? Whether this goes up and through the attic and out, or if it's at one of the exterior walls and it goes out, it doesn't matter. A lot of builders don't do that. And so to find a house that has those little nuances, some people live by it, especially if they cook food that has a potent aroma, is how I'll say it. Notice the backsplash, the subway tiled backsplash. It's very on theme with the rest of the house. Added the cabinet hardware. I mean, this is solid with the LED lights here, and then the oversized pantry. So we're looking at the oversized pantry. I did turn the light on there, but I mean, this is a bedroom it's not quite a bedroom, but it's a large pantry, okay? You'll notice that some houses, when they do the pantries, if it's a large pantry, it's because they also share a laundry room. In this case, that's not happening. While we're standing here, I'm gonna go ahead and show you the garage space and the laundry room. So next to the pantry is the laundry space. So you have the ability to put a washer and dryer, but make sure that the dryer is electric. And then just a quick peek at the garage so that you can see that it's a 2-car with the garage door opener. Remember, still in progress, it's not completely finished yet. You have a water softener over there. You have a storage rack, which is great for anybody who has any kind of, I don't know, maybe you can put some kind of holiday decorations up there, bikes, travel stuff, and then you have your breaker box in here. You have a couple other shelves. Anytime you have something like that, where it's the shelves or the storage, and it's affixed to the property, in Texas, it stays with the property. So that's good to know. Where things like a washer and dryer are not affixed, because you can just unplug them and move them around, those do not stay with the property. And so a lot of times you'll buy a home in Texas and you won't get the washer and dryer and you won't get the refrigerator. So that's good to know, especially if it's a revitalized or a new construction or remastered home. While I'm down here, I guess we'll take a look outside because that's really important. What do you think? If you're watching this, is the yard important to you at all? Because this particular case, you'll notice that it's backed up to a green space, right? So you have a little gate out here that will lead straight out to one of the parks in the Black Hawk community in Pflugerville, Texas. And if you don't know Pflugerville, I know it's got a weird spelling if you've never lived in Austin, but Pflugerville is one of those places that, oh, it's locked, okay. There you go. Pflugerville is one of those places, like I said, golf course community, large walking paths. It's huge as far as the community and kind of like family lifestyle vibe. But it's one of those places that a lot of people have moved here over the years. And it's about 20 minutes to downtown, 20 minutes to the Austin International Airport. And so it's just been one of those communities that's grown and grown and grown. And it's kind of crazy to see how much it's grown since I've even been here. You've gotten your crepe and myrtles in the back, wonderful trees. They have really pretty blooms, whether they're like pink or white. So they're really nice trees. You don't have a covered patio, but that's okay because you have another larger tree over here that kind of provides a canopy of shade for you. And then you have the little, gazebo, the IKEA gazebo or Costco gazebo or wherever you ended up getting it from. So you've got shade, right? And you have some nice flowering trees, and then you have a large back patio that if you decided to cover, you can do that. I would personally do that. That's a nice little addition. But if the person redesigning the house were to add that, then it's going to cost you more money. You don't want that, right? Right now, we're in a great position where you can get this home for a really, really good deal. It's not even on the market yet. I'm ready to put it on the market, but it's not on the market yet. So if you're watching this video, make sure you reach out or check ianofAustin.com to see. So this is our first bedroom that I'm showing you. I'm getting into the corner so you can see the size of the bedroom. Okay, and then the size of the closet. I really like that they added the shelving and shoe unit into the closet. Okay, now we're gonna go into the other, 4 rooms? So 1, oh yeah, 2. And I mean, they're bedrooms, right? They're pretty straightforward, but notice that they have fans and walk-in closets because not every house has that. And so that's good to see. Shelving will be added a little bit later. Don't worry about the ladder. So we'll check out the other guest bathroom upstairs. So this is our second bathroom. Sorry for the sniffles. I have allergies because of the, I think it's cedar. give you a good look. Remember, still being worked on, but it's turning out real nice. I like it. So next you have a third bedroom right here. Give you space. No lights on. There are no lights on. It's just like the natural light from being in here is quite bright, which I love. Like that light has nothing to do with that bedroom right there. And same here. So this is one last before we get to the primary bedroom. All the carpet was replaced in the upstairs areas, which is good because, you know, if you have, let's say you have kids or guests or whatever, and they're hanging out upstairs and they're running around making noise, you don't necessarily want to hear that downstairs. So it's padded, especially when you have an open loft, like an open space like this, right? Prevents echoes. So now we're in the primary upstairs overlooking the backyard and the green space and the park. In the neighbor's yard, maybe they get, I don't know, it's good to be able to see. And then you have vaulted ceilings in the bedroom. They're working on cleaning out that vent here. Your French doors leading into your oh my gosh, let me redo that. Oh, wait. And your French doors leading into your master ensuite. And you've got a double vanity right here with room for a bench, a large oversized window. I love the candlelit style lighting, the claw tub over here, and the tile, the marble glass tile that goes all the way to the ceiling. And even the angle in the ceiling adds a little bit of additional definition and character. Your glass shower with an extra large handle, beautiful tiling, stonework down at the bottom. Look at that. And then a room for your toiletries set back or inset a little bit. Now, obviously you want to see the closet. I'm going to go straight back to the window. The fact that you have a closet that has tall ceilings, a lot of natural light, and a window like this gives you the ability to sort through your clothing. And when you're wearing black clothing versus navy blue clothing, guys, I'm talking to you, you don't have to worry about getting the color wrong, right? That has happened to me a lot. I talk about it in a lot of my videos on this channel. I think it's really important to keep in mind. Look, you even have an extra bit of storage space up here. This is probably where you would put some of your luggage, for example, or maybe some presents for somebody you're trying to hide. I don't know. Your commode in here with some leg room. I think that's important for the tall people. That's not me, but for the tall people that are watching this. And so your last little bit of linen closet. I think this home is incredible. And if you're curious and you want to know more about the pricing or the neighborhood, I have a whole neighborhood guide on ianofAustin.com. And I don't like to share the pricing because in Texas, the way it works is you submit an offer with your realtor on the home based on the price that you're willing to pay. Especially right now, the market's a little different. And so if you like this house, it doesn't matter what it says. I mean, it kind of matters, but it doesn't matter what it says the list price is. What you have to think is, what has sold recently, right? What is that worth and what has been happening? And do you want to pay that amount? And then that's what we have a conversation about. If yes, we put in an offer. If no, we talk about it and then we put in an offer. Like either way, it works. So don't get caught up on prices because we have the ability to negotiate some things. So I'm looking forward to hearing from you. Like I said, this house is very, very cool. I think it could work for a lot of people. Looking forward to hearing more about what you think. I hope to see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Take care.